Hey, welcome. It's me, OGDuffy, the original gamer, back with another arcade ending for you guys. It's week number 12.
12.
Right, 12.
We are really getting some meat on the bones now with the rankings, which we'll go through towards the end of the video. So, this week's arcade game is Rolling Thunder. I've got great memories of this game, okay, and it's one I play on my my emulating arcade machine, my bar top, an awful lot, all right? It's a really good game, so if you've never played it, go check it out on an emulator or the original, if you're lucky enough to know that, or play it, etc. But it's a really good game, okay? Now, a little story about this one. There it is, it's playing in the background there. It reminds me a lot of Shinobi in the way it played. But the levels were longer, I felt. I.e. with the platforms jumping up and down between the enemies and all that sort of stuff. You'd go in the different doors and you'd get the upgrades of extra bullets, extra ammunition, and you'd face all these different sort of enemies as you went through. You're like a spy, and it's a very, very addictive game. It's not an easy game. But again, as I mentioned most weeks in these arcade endings, none of these arcade games back in the day were easy. Because, hey, they were a business at the end of the day. They were there to keep that coin being inserted in.
Make it rain, son!
So, this was Rolling Thunder. As I've said, I've gave you a brief description of the game. It's brilliant. But my best memory of this game was I had a friend called Anthony at school. And we'd finish, obviously, our school week on a Friday. And then we'd all arrange to meet up on a Saturday. And the odd Saturday, we'd jump on a train and we'd go to our local sort of seaside town and invest our pocket money or paper round money and all that we'd amassed throughout the week into various arcade machines. Now, the classic memory I have of this was my mate, poor old Anthony. He'd work all week, and he had a fairly decent paper round, if I recall, because he must have had about 12 quid, which was a fair amount of money back then. And I can remember he'd get into this one arcade, I think it was Kay's Casino, it was on the seafront, and we'd go in there and had a Rolling Thunder machine, a cab, proper cab, old school original cab, and he'd get on that and he would literally chuck £12 straight into the machine. And we, as his mates, could never understand it. We were like, look, all these other games here, you had your Double Dragons, you had, you know, Dragon's Lair, all them sort of things. Go play some of them. He was like, no. And he was it. He'd sit there until his money was gone. He never finished it, to my knowledge. So he's probably... Hey, this ending's for you anyway, Anthony. So there you go. This is a little memory for you. So without further ado, Rolling Thunder arcade ending. Here we go. So now we've got a top 12 going on with Rolling Thunder, and it's sort of a Jamaican themed music going on there. Anyway, in 12th position, Kung Fu Master, and 11th, Jailbreak. Now I put Rolling Thunder in 10th position. Was I being too generous here? I'm beginning to wonder. I'm starting to doubt myself. Help me out, guys. Let me know in the comments. In 9, Shinobi. In 8th, we got Smash TV. In 7th, R-Type, that classic side-scroller of a shoot-'em-up. In 6th, Konami again with The Simpsons. Konami again in 5th with Turtles. And 4th, Konami again with Sunset Riders. Dragon's Lair was in 3rd. And Golden Axe in 2nd, which was number 1 for quite a while until our current number 1, which is Chase HQ, come along and knocked it off its throne. Anyway, folks, as always, let me know your thoughts about how this top 20 is shaping up. We're 12 weeks into this now, so give me your suggestions. Let me know in the comments. Am I right or wrong? Have I placed these correctly? So that concludes there the arcade ending for Rolling Thunder. Now, as we're beginning to notice, I put that in the rankings. Now, we're up to 12, in the top 12. Do you agree or disagree where I've put this? All right. One thing I'm starting to notice in throughout this season 1 of Arcade Endings is some of the endings were actually really good and really well done. Some of them were quite poor and some of them were just very middle of the road. I mean, some of these games graphically were brilliant, but yet the endings were just fell short for some of them for me. I mean, if you're starting to look at how this is working out now, they're all starting to feel a bit mundane now. They're all getting a bit on a level. So the ones that you guys have suggested in the past, though, have been pretty spectacular. And this one, I wasn't overawed with it. I loved the game Rolling Thunder, but I felt the game ending could have been a hell of a lot better. But I'm starting to notice that with a few of these great titles. They should have done better endings. Or is it just me? Do I expect too much? I don't know. You guys tell me. I suppose the reason I expect a little bit more from them is because you'd have to put so much money into these to see the ending that by the time you got to the ending, I don't know. I expected something a little bit more for me money. That was all. A bit more bang for me buck, so to speak. But am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments, as always. And again, any arcade endings that you haven't seen that you'd really like to see, or B, that you would like to share with the group, do let us know, because you guys suggest some great ones, all right? If you don't already do so, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and a like and all that stuff. I've been OGDuffy, the original gamer. You've been you, and as always, I'm out. If you watched the video and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching.